there are rumors that there would be a Jetsons movie, and then it sort of never happens. And of course, Neil Fanning, who did the voice of Scooby, would have been perfect for Astro because it's exactly that same sort of gritty voice. And even that on the Scooby movie was not straightforward. Where there is a guy who does Scooby's voice. He is the official voice of Scooby. The name escapes me at the moment, but if you look him up, it's like, he's plastered everywhere. If you look up the animated Scooby, and I think he did the third movie, actually, the one that just recently came out, the one called Scoob. And so with our live action movie, Neil Fanning was a stunt coordinator. Mm-hmm. And so he was hired to act out all the rough parts for Scooby because he could actually leap around and do some of the stunts that Scooby would end up having to do, and the stunt coordinator would be perfect for it. Well, he started mouthing the voice too while he was doing it. No one hired him to do the voice of Scooby. He would just do it because, that was part of the role. And he was great. And his voice was very different than the one who does the cartoon. The one who does the cartoon is a little more higher pitched, a little softer, while Neil's was very gravelly and it was very rough, and it really felt like it belonged to a real flesh and blood Scooby Doo dog as opposed to the one for the animated cartoon. And so it was a bit of a battle. I mean, I think the director really wanted to have Neil Fanning as well, but it was a bit of a political battle to see who was going to end up being the voice of Scooby. And fortunately for the movie, it was Neil. And then, as I said, he carried on for the second one. And had there been a Jetsons movie, he would have been a perfect choice for Astro as well. So, but yeah, it all seems like when a film comes together, it's like, oh, that's easy. And it's like, no, it's never really quite as straightforward as people think.
I think Neil Fanning was the right choice for the live action movies because it's so weird. I almost being, I guess in the Scooby community, I almost feel a bit bad saying this, but whenever I do think about the voice of Scooby, for all obviously, Don Mezek, Frank Welker, they're amazing because I watch the live action movies so much. It is always Neil Fanning's voice that I end up hearing. And I think at the time, I think they may have had Scott Innes on set who would have been Scooby for the Zombie Island movie and everything. And I think it worked well with them for animation. But my gosh, I think it would have made the live action movies not seem right in a way if it was not Neil Fanning as Scooby. So I think that was probably one of the best decisions that the crew made on that movie.
Oh yeah, absolutely agree. And it gave it a sort of a gravitas that it wouldn't have otherwise. And it made it feel more mature. And as I said, the original film was a very different flavor film when we were shooting it than what it ended up becoming.